Bitcoin and Litecoin update. Are we staring life-changing opportunities in the face? What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. Hope everybody's having a fabulous Friday. We're going to take a look at the chart starting with Litecoin, moving on to Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at the bigger picture more today. But definitely stick around to the end of the video because we're going to be looking at the Bitcoin daily chart versus the gold weekly chart. It's getting amazing. There are more developments in it. You don't want to miss it. So definitely stick around to the end. I'll show you why I believe we'll hit 46,000 and how. So definitely stick around, guys. I'm telling you, like I said, more has developed in it. Also, don't forget to click the description box below the video. There'll be some links that pop up. There's a free Discord in there, 100% free. Best community, hands down, in the crypto space. Definitely check it out. Also, there's some other affiliate links in there that by using that, you guys really can help the channel out a lot. Also, we've hit 3,900 subscribers today. Let's hit 4,000. I know we can do it. Definitely share the video, get it out there. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market can be extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind it's still a speculative market. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. And with that being said, if you're new here or you haven't already, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. And then if you tick that little notification bell, that'll get you notified when I post new videos, as I do post every day. I do some live streams at night. That'll notify you of them. We will be doing a live stream tonight and taking a look at what's actually going on, at the moment. So definitely stick around for that tonight. It'll be awesome. Also, yeah, that's pretty much about it. Definitely click the likes, guys. Take 1 second out, hit the like button, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the video. And looking at Litecoin on the daily, and we've had this target of 180, and I'm still looking at 180. I believe we're still headed there, and I'm going to show you how. But we were looking at this as a cup and a handle over here, and if we do a measured move off that, that gets us to our 180 target. I definitely believe wholeheartedly that that's where we're headed, and I'm going to show you how and why. I do have some other targets here. We'll look at the bearish scenario in a little bit, but let's look at the bullish scenario, and looking at this as a rising broadening wedge in the yellow. And if we do a measured move, if we're to break up above this in the next week or so, my target's right around the $275 range. I'm not saying we get there in a week, guys. I'm just saying if we break this, that's where we're headed. Obviously, there will be a lot of little swings in there. If you guys know how I trade, I hold all my Litecoin and my Bitcoin. I trade Bitcoin on leverage, usually using 5 times leverage, and then I take my profits and I buy more coins. I do not risk losing my coins. So what happens if we just stay within this channel here and we don't break up above that until 180? Then my target is 300. Now, that's not my end of the year target for Litecoin, guys. If we get our 46,000 for Bitcoin, my target for Litecoin at the end of the year, I get asked this all the time, is $600 to $1,000. That's my end of the year target if Bitcoin plays out to the 46,000, which I believe it will, and I'm going to show you why. So let's look at the RSI now. The daily RSI, we're looking at this rising channel and then we formed a falling channel within it, and we fell out of the rising channel. Do we have more room to go down? Yes, we do, but I don't believe we're going to go down much if we do. Now let's look at, I want to teach you a little bit of divergence. If you look here at this low in the RSI and then the low in the price here, we had a higher high over here and a higher low over here in the price and a lower low here in the RSI. So obviously that is hidden bullish divergence, where we're getting higher lows in the price action and lower lows in the RSI. Hidden bullish divergence, guys. Let's take a look at the 4 hour now. Whoops. Take a look at the 4 hour RSI. All right, in the 4 hour RSI, we got this falling channel that we've been in forever. We had a falling wedge within it. Broke out of that into another falling channel, broke out of that, same thing. And now we've broken out of the bottom of this one and coming back in. Now, question is, do we come back down and test this again? If we do, we'll look at that in the price. Excuse me. So same thing here, guys. If you look at this, you can see it in the 4 hour just like the daily. There's our low, higher low over here. Here's the same low, lower low over here, guys. Hidden bullish divergence. Now, do we go further down here? That's the question. If we do, my target for the bottom of this channel, which is also this blue rising wedge here within the yellow rising broadening wedge. Now this line, if we were to break here, like I said, we're going to take a look at the bearish scenario first. If we're to come back down, I'm looking at 107.50 to 108 to hold the bottom of this channel. I do believe that's going to hold. If it doesn't, like I showed you on the daily, the 200 EMA is going to be around the $84 range. That would be my next target to fall out there. Worst case scenario, do a measured move off this channel. We'd be going to the $61 range, 60 to 61. But again, guys, I don't see it happening. Not that it couldn't, but I just don't see it. What I do see is us continuing up from here. And guys, like I said, I don't care about all the little movements in between. That's not how I trade. I trade the bigger swings, like I said, and then I use my profits and I buy more coins. So I don't risk losing my coins. In all honesty, I'd rather lose fiat, even though I, have been very profitable trading leverage on Bitcoin. But like I said, I don't risk losing my coins. We are in a parabolic bull market. Keep that in mind. So now what we could do here, obviously, is come down, test this again, and come on up. But I do believe we're most likely going to break up out of this channel. And then if we do the measured move out of the channel, that gets us up to the 217 range, which would also line up with this trend line here, which is the rising broadening wedge. And then obviously we would move up to our higher targets. But that's where I see Litecoin right now. Let's look at Bitcoin, because this is pretty interesting. And keep these in your memory, because when we go to the Bitcoin daily chart versus the gold weekly chart and end, these numbers are significant. And it will amaze you, I promise. All right, so we had this rising broadening wedge in Bitcoin. Our measured move off that was 96. We got to that and we formed this rising channel, broke out of that, and we see where we're at now. Now I'm looking at these higher targets. We have this will be the top of my rising broadening wedge now, this trend from 2 touches over here and a touch here. That's 3 touches, makes it a valid trend line. And then obviously our bottom trend line here. Now, if we do a measured move, we break out of this up here. That is around the $24,000 range, guys. And yes, I do believe this. So I have another one here at 19, and that's measuring this as a channel. If we measure these bottom touches on these wicks, this lines up with this one as a channel, and the measured move of the breakout of that is going to be around the 19,900 range, right around 20, our old all-time high. Or actually our all-time high, soon to be old all-time high. So keep those numbers in your mind, guys. We're going to look at the RSI real quick. We had this rising channel in here, which we broke down out of, broke back up in, and now we got support down here and look like we're headed back up here. Worst case scenario, and we'll take a look at that, is this forming a head and shoulders here, and then we come down. But that could also just be hidden bullish divergence that is going to form there. And we are in hidden bullish divergence here. As you can see, we got higher lows, lower lows, and now we've broken out. Let's look at that in the 4 hour. And all right, looking at the 4 hour, we're in this rising channel. We had a rising wedge, broke out of that into a falling channel, broke out of that into a rising wedge, and broke out of that. And look at that, we got support on the bottom of this channel. Beautiful. Now in the price action, we'll look, could we come back down and retest this? Of course. If you think you're going to get a Litecoin for 10,000 or less, I think your ass out, and I don't think anybody will ever see a $10,000 Bitcoin again. Did I say Litecoin before? I meant Bitcoin. Anyways, so yeah, what I'm looking at now, guys, is let's get into the price action. We have this trend line here. This is all the parabolic trend line, and if we look at what could possibly be happening here is we're going to form a rising wedge here, and rising wedges normally break down, but in a parabolic bull market like we're in, more of a chance of them breaking up. So we'll do a measured move here, measuring this from the breakout here as the flag pole, and this will be a flag if this forms. I know we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves here, but I've been pretty good at judging the personality of Litecoin and Bitcoin, and so what I would do then is measure the move, the breakout, and that gets us also to that $19,900, $20,000 range, the all-time high. And like I said, I do believe we're going to break that. After we hit that, we might come back down, test this for support somewhere in the $14,000 range, actually higher, $14,000 to $15,000 range, and then continue up. So keep that in mind. There's also, you know, if this was to break down, worst case scenario would be the 79 to 8,000. I honestly don't see that happening, guys. I do think we're headed up from here, and I don't believe this trend line is going to break. And I want to show you, this is where it gets extremely interesting. Make sure you stick around, listen to the whole thing, and I will show you why I believe 46 to 47,000 by the end of the year. And if you look at where we're at now, look at this arrow, look at the formation here. A pattern is a pattern. Don't forget that, guys. If you look, we had 2 touches on this bottom trend line in Bitcoin before breaking up. Then I had this blue support line drawn from old support in the bear market. Once we broke through, we came back down with that wick. If you guys remember that wick day where we went down to like 6,400 or something, retested that blue line and moved up. Then I have this white line drawn in here, trend line, with these 3, well, there's a bunch of touches. There's about 6 touches on it, which makes it a valid trend line from the old support out of the bear market. And we've broken that line now. We came back down to test it, and we got support. I don't believe we're ever going to see below this again. Where is it at right now? 10,800, somewhere in there. I'm going to widen that a little bit and say we won't break 10,000 again, guys. I don't believe we'll ever see a $10,000 Bitcoin again. Now, if you look here, keep an eye on these blue lines. Where is this one at? The 24,000. Remember, that was one of our targets. So let's look at gold now. Pay attention. Keep an eye on the lines. Blue line, yellow line. Boom. Here is our gold weekly chart. Same pattern, guys. Same blue line from these supports, and it became resistance, and then we broke through, just like in right here in gold or Bitcoin. Now look at the white line off of these touches here, makes our trend line where we broke out of here. Look at where the arrow's at. We're in the same location, guys. Now I want to show you measured move. Well, first of all, here's where our all-time high was in gold. Look at Bitcoin, where it's gonna be 46, 47,000, and then where did gold correct to? Back to that same area where we have our $24,000 range. So what I believe is we go up to 46, 47K, retest, come back down to 24. Now we're gonna take some measurements. This is where it gets even more interesting, guys. Let's look at that correction we had from our peak the other day at, what was it, 30 or 13.8 or 13.9. Let's do a measured correction of that. We'll measure that real quick, and that is right at about 25% correction, which I believe that's done. We won't go lower than that, guys. Now let's look at the gold and what happened right there. This is amazing. Anyone that doesn't get amazed by this, I don't understand. But all right, so looking at the gold, and this is where the correction was in the gold, back to the same trend line. Let's measure that. Look at that. 25%. Same thing, same correction. Did we come back down? Yeah, we came back down over here, but it never broke that again. I believe we could be looking at the same thing. You know, we come back down and Bitcoin close to it after we get up here. Yeah, we could be getting that here soon, maybe around the 12,000 somewhere range, and then come back down. But we're not going to break 10,000, guys. I really, truly believe that. If we do, this could possibly be all invalidated, but I don't think this trend line is going to break anymore. Now let's take another measurement on this chart here. Once we hit the 24,000, right, which would be here on the gold, here on Bitcoin's 24,000, where did that correct? We're going to take a measured move on that, and that is about a 34 to 35% correction. It's 34.50, somewhere in there. Now let's look at Bitcoin. For to hit that 40 or 24,000 and we correct 35%, is that what it was? Yeah, 34%. Where does that get us? Right around the 15.5 area, guys. 15.5, 15.7. So what I believe it's probably going to end up looking like, I know people are going to say I'm crazy, but whoops, let me get rid of that line. Let me do this again. Something like this. And then come up here. I mean, we'll have some movement. Get up to here and then correct back down and then move up from there. Now we'll do a measured move. Get that out of there. Do a measured move of the next big correction. All right, so then from there we break this resistance, which on, we're looking at gold now, but on Bitcoin this is gonna be 24,000. Once we break that, then we headed up to that 46 to 47,000 range, right? So let's do a measured move of that. Or not a measured move, I'm sorry, but let's measure the percentage of the drop back down to the blue line, which is around 45.5%. Now let's look at it on Bitcoin and see what that looks like. Right around 47%. Pretty damn close, guys. So what I'm looking at here, like I said, this is just amazing how this is playing out, and I believe this is life-changing opportunity if you pay attention and look at, let me get all this stuff off of here now, and look at what I believe is going to happen. And I'll kind of just draw it in real quick so we can all see it. Just makes sense. And at that time, guys, I believe we'll get a head of gold here sometime pretty soon. So let's go into what it's looking like, and it'll look something like this. And correct back down here. Where was that? To the 15 or so. And then obviously, you know, up to here, come back down and do like gold right here, and then probably shoot way up from there, guys. Amazing. Let's look at the weekly. Dang it. Let's look at the weekly RSI. We've been watching this since January on this channel. I did call the bottom in December, and we started watching the gold versus Bitcoin chart in January. So it's been happening here first before anywhere, guys. Remember that. 2013 bull market followed by the bear market. I have a trend line here. 2017 bull market followed by the bear market. Look at this trend line. We had 2 touches of resistance before breaking through and starting a bull market. Same thing in this one. 2 touches of resistance, start the bull market. Now let's look at the monthly. 2013 bull market followed by the bear market. Each one of these arrows represents a new low in the RSI. We had 4 of them before starting the bull market. 2017 bull market followed by the 18 bear market. Each arrow represents a new low in the RSI. We had 4 of them. Boom. Bull market. Only difference is, guys, this is going to be a lot quicker and squigglier. Just kidding. Not squigglier. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely consider subscribing by clicking the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. Tick the notification bell to get notified when I post new videos, as I do post every day, and I will probably be doing a live stream tonight and looking at the more immediate price action, so definitely look for that. And if you're subscribed and you tick the notification bell, you'll get notified. Also, smash the likes, guys. Take a minute, smash the likes, leave your comments, let me know what you think, and I will see you tonight. Everybody have a great day. Bye.